I know this video is a bit long, but I highly recommend that you watch it all the way through if you play LSRP. Okay, so first off, I just want to start off by saying that this isn't an attack on the server or on any of the admins for the server. This is me simply just stating my opinions on the server as it currently stands. So I've been playing LSRP for about 5 years now. Obviously not constantly, I've had my breaks from it, but I was just on it earlier today, and I just had a situation and it just made me want to make a video like this. So basically what I'm just going to be talking about is the current RP standard of LSRP. So the level of RP that players, like the typical LSRP player, is RPing at these days. So comparing to how they used to RP a few years ago, being like 2012, 2013, which myself and a lot of other people think was the server's prime. Obviously I wasn't on the server before 2012, but I mean, compared to what it is like now, 2012 was like far superior. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is what happened to me earlier, which is people just using guns as a way to get out of RP situations. So for instance, earlier I had a group of 3 people. I don't actually have a screenshot of this because I wasn't planning on making this video, so I didn't really see the point in taking a screenshot, but there was a group of 3 people at Grove Street. I'm not going to name them, the players, but basically what happened was the 3 of them, I got into a little argument with one of them, and the 3 of them chased me. One of them beat me up, and I pulled out my gun and aimed it at them to get them to stop beating me up. I didn't shoot them, I didn't shoot a single bullet at all. It was simply just to stop them, punching me. They reacted fine. I thought that it was going to be completely fine, and they kind of started RPing, like slowly walking towards me. Bearing in mind I'm aiming a gun at them at this point. All 3 of them were just slowly walking towards me. I was just shouting "get back," and I had my gun out. And then instead of them RPing, just that could have been a pretty fun RP situation, between me trying to get them to back away from the gun and them obviously trying to still pursue me and beat me up or whatever they was planning to do, which by the sounds of it was just fucking kill me. But instead of doing that, they literally just both pulled their guns at the exact same time and just one hit me, and then just walked off like nothing fucking happened. I was just sitting there dead on the ground and they was just standing there next to me like nothing happened. So that's just pretty much the situation I've been getting in a shit ton on the server lately, trying to get into some decent RP. I mean, this is probably the past year, maybe even longer, of the server, and it's just so frustrating because it just makes me not want to try and get into these RP situations anymore, because it seems every single time I do something like this, I just end up getting fucking shot. And personally, I think the main reason for this is just everybody seems to have a PF license now. Everyone has a gun. All the gang members have PF licenses, which I don't necessarily think is a terribly bad thing, but obviously I think PF licenses are good, but it's just getting out of hand. Like fucking everyone has one. So personally, I think there's something that needs to be done about that. I mean, even I've got one, because there's just physically no other way to get guns at the moment in the game without having a PF license. I mean, unless you know all the official faction members, anything like that, it's just ridiculously hard, and the prices are fucking ridiculous as well. Like an M4 goes for like over 100k now, which is just fucking stupid. Gun prices are absolutely ridiculous, so everyone just resorts to buying a PF license. I've been on the server for the past few weeks, just playing on and off, and in those past few weeks I've had about 7 to 8 situations where there's just been some form of non-RP. I'll probably have screenshots of these events on the screen. I had the other day a situation where I pulled up to somebody's... Pretty much all of this happens gang territories, and people RPing in gangs. Me and a friend pulled up. Obviously, every single time you're in a neighbourhood of a gang, they seem to come over and provoke you, which I mean is fine, like it's their hood, whatever. But yeah, so they come over and provoke me and my friend. Then we fight back. Obviously, I'm not physically fight, but like with words. And then one of them RPs stealing my Sanchez. And then I pull out my gun and start firing towards him, obviously because he just stole my Sanchez. And his response to that was this was at Glen Park. His response to that was to literally just drive down into the Glen Park pond and just throw my Sanchez into the Glen Park pond. Like, just literally hop on my Sanchez, go down the hill and chuck it in the sea, and then just run back. That was his response. So that was just like fucking ridiculous. Like, you just can't seem to do. Every time you get into an RP situation, it just ends up with either something gets destroyed or you get fucking DM'd. There was another situation as well where I was at Idle Stack and I got into an argument with some dude who had like a banshee, rich guy. Yeah, so I was having an argument with him. I can't really remember what it was about, but all I remember was I threatened to, well, not threatened, I just said, like, as you do in arguments, like, keep talking shit and I'll fucking kill you, some shit like that. It wasn't like anything crazy, just, arguments. And then his response to me saying that was, he just kept, like, after that, the argument kind of died down a little bit, and he just kept sort of near me and, like, provoking me a bit. We was kind of provoking each other because it was still an argument, but anyway, in the end, instead of fucking carrying on with the RP, he literally just pulls out a gun and fucking shoots me. Absolutely no RP. Just his response to that RP argument, was to just fucking pull out a gun and shoot me. After that, the police came. Obviously, he fucking wasn't expecting that, and he literally just quit. So he shot me while during just an RP argument. I fucking didn't pull a gun, didn't do anything. He just shot me dead. Didn't like pull out a gun to scare me off or anything. Then a cop shows up and he tabs out and fucking crashes. So yeah, that was that one. I also had another situation where me and a friend were robbing a group of people on bikes. I think we found them at the mall or whatever, and because we was all driving Harleys or freeways, we asked them if they wanted to join us on a little trip, and we was planning to rob them. So we get to the point where we're going to rob them, and one of them, because he isn't the right level to be robbed, bearing in mind, just because they're not that level, they still have to RP fear, and they still have to go along with the RP. You just can't take their money from them. I got confirmation of this from an admin after the event. They have to RP it, you just don't take the money. So me and a friend were trying to rob this guy, and he was just completely refusing to RP. He was just talking in /B. We tried to explain that he still has to RP it, and he was just not fucking having it whatsoever. They was like telling us to suck their dick or whatever, and just being like complete non-RP. There was then just like completely refusing to RP. Bearing in mind only one of them was low level, the rest were fine. They would just refuse to RP. One of them was like just fucking tabbing out and like not caring. Then the police came along, and yeah, we ended up getting in a shootout with the police and dying. Another one is just things like people stopping in front of the pay and spray. This fucking happens to me all the time. You go to idle gas pay and spray, you spam B for them to move, and they just don't move. I get sometimes they don't see it. I'm not like, this isn't one of my main reasons, it's just something else that happens to me quite a lot. But you do get people who do it on purpose, like you accidentally bump their car, and their response to that is to just stand in front of the pay and spray, and fucking sometimes it flips your car and blows it up. Another one was a dude at the airport. I was driving around in my car, and dude at the airport saw that there was a shotgun in it, so he decided to just fucking jump in my car, take the shotgun, and run off. The car was unlocked, so he just happened to He just got in the passenger seat, hit the guy and shotgun and run off with it. An admin actually did respond to this one, and I think he got banned, so that's a good thing. But I just don't really understand how he got accepted in the server in the first place. So that's it for the screenshots. This is only from the past like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've like reinstalled Windows, so I've lost a hell of a lot of my screenshots. I've got like nothing left. But every single time I log into the server now, it just doesn't feel like LSRP. You just drive around, you get into some RP every now and then, and literally, I'd say 8 out of 10 times the fucking RP ends up in someone pulling out a gun and killing you. Like, that's not even exaggerating. I mean, I get some people viewing this who are in like factions and have a group of people they RP with all the time probably won't be experiencing this, but this is just me talking from a solo player who doesn't actually have a group of people who he RPs with. He just comes on every now and then and tries to get some RP. So this is just for the general player, not for someone who's in a faction, because it's going to be completely different for that. I'm sure it's like really enjoyable, but just compared to like, if you look back, anyone who has played the server in like 2012, 2013 will probably completely agree with everything I'm saying. Just back then, everyone was RPing properly. Nobody was just fucking going around DMing. Obviously, there was a few exceptions, but for the majority, people were RPing a lot, a hell of a lot more. Like, I haven't been in a proper RP situation on LSRP in a very long time. One where everybody's not RPing to win and everybody's actually doing decent RP with each other. But I mean, you can see it from the player base as well. I remember on a weekend night, you'd have to wait in the queue for like 5-10 minutes to even get in the server, because it was completely full. And I don't think I've seen LSRP full for probably like a year and a half, 2 years now. Like, the player base has just dropped off massively. Obviously, I understand that that's not all because of this. I mean, as a server ages, it does lose players, but this was kind of just a quick video. I might make a follow-up if this, a lot of people agree with me, and because I'm sure loads of you have experienced this as well. But if you guys want me to make a more in-depth video, get some like proper screenshots and proof and some videos, I'll go through all my old videos and just basically compare what it was like back then to how it is now. I mean, you can even go back and watch my old SRP videos. Just watch through like 1 or 2 of them, and you will just see like the quality of RP, what it used to be back then and how it is now. I mean, now you can't go into Idlewood without just being provoked or beaten up with bats and just brawls or getting fucking shot. Everything, I swear, everything in the game just ends up with someone getting shot nowadays. I mean, I don't have the best reputation. I mean, I did used to be a little bit of a troll every now and then, a few years ago, mainly just because I was really immature, as I'm sure lots of you were as well a few years ago. But I mean, back then I used to get in fucking admin jail all the time from trolling. I was in admin jail every other day because of it. So I was getting punished for trolling, and eventually I did learn and stopped. But I just don't really see, every single time I report someone in game, for like DM or trolling or anything like that, just nothing seems to happen. Like, there'll be like 9 admins online, and I mean, I'm trying not to rip on the admins here, but I mean, it's just, they kind of don't seem to respond to those sorts of things. Like, I get like they probably get a shit ton of them. I get that they've probably got a lot of shit going on, but I mean, like, surely with like 9 or 10 admins online, surely at least one of them should like, PM and ask what happened. Or anyway, so like I said, this is just a quick video. I'll probably, if this gets some decent feedback and people want to see a proper comparison and a proper video that's, well made, not just me quickly doing a rant, then just let me know. Obviously this video wasn't trying to offend anyone. I still do like the server. I just think it could be a hell of a lot better, considering what it used to be. But I do understand, it's kind of hard to change the whole community of a game to how it used to be. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that are still enjoying the server, but this is just something that I'm personally feeling, and I know a lot of other people are as well. All my friends that used to play the server rarely play now because of the same reasons. But anyway, so hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, I'd love to hear your feedback and your opinions on this subject. And maybe if any other YouTubers who are watching this, I know quite a few of you watch my videos, then if you guys have similar opinions or have opinions against me, then let me know. Maybe we could, get a little chat going between us all, and have a little debate and just give our views on the server. And thanks for watching.